You don't raise your status by trying to look important. You do it by acting in ways that make others feel they're in good company. These polite habits don't just earn approval, they build unspoken authority. Today, let's look at the small everyday courtesies that change how people see you and how they quietly elevate anyone, because deep down, we all want the same thing: to be respected without seeming like we're trying too hard. Let's begin. Number 1, the art of actually seeing people when you greet them. Most of us greet on autopilot, polite words, empty eyes, a mind already elsewhere. It's become such a reflex that sometimes we don't even register who we've greeted. The proof? That awkward moment when you're formally introduced to someone at a meeting or event and realize you've been riding the same elevator with them every morning for months. You both laugh, pretending it's funny, but inside you're thinking, how many times did I nod right past this person without actually seeing them? That's the danger of automatic politeness. It looks fine on the surface, but it's empty underneath. Number 2, introducing yourself properly, even in awkward situations. Last week, I went to a birthday dinner for my friend Eva. I was 5 minutes late, but apparently early enough to beat the host. She wasn't there yet. At the table sat one woman alone scrolling through her phone, so I smiled, walked over and said, "Hi, I'm Martina." She looked up and said, "Oh, I'm not Eva." It caught me off guard because obviously I knew she wasn't Eva, and that's the funny thing. We think good manners are about saying the right lines, but real etiquette is about closing the loop. If someone introduces themselves, you respond. You offer your name too. Number 3, the power of a specific thank you. There's a manager I know who thanks their team after every presentation without fail. And finally, I'd like to thank my team. On paper that sounds lovely, but in person it lands flat. You can tell it's straight out of a corporate training manual. The same tone, the same words every single time, and the irony. The more often they say it, the less anyone feels appreciated, because politeness without sincerity is just noise. A real thank you has detail. It notices something. Specificity is what makes gratitude feel human. Anyone can memorize a polite phrase, but the people who take a second to actually see what they're thanking you for, they're the ones who quietly stand out and are remembered long after the meeting ends. Number 4, the compliment reflex. There's a certain kind of politeness that feels rehearsed, the overeager "you look amazing" that pops out before someone's even looked up from their phone, and right on cue, the automatic "you too" follows, even if the other person just came from the gym or looks half asleep. It's all on autopilot. Exaggerated smiles, recycled compliments, zero observation, and somewhere along the line, the compliment stopped being kind and started being filler. The truth is, a compliment isn't a mandatory part of a greeting. It's meant to be earned, not inserted like punctuation. When every "you look great" sounds identical, it loses its warmth like a copy-paste version of friendliness. Real grace is noticing first, then speaking. Because when a compliment actually reflects what you see, it feels personal, and that's when it truly lands. Number 5, giving grace when it's not deserved. Every office, cafe, or supermarket has that one person who treats minor inconveniences like moral emergencies. Their coffee is late. Unbelievable. Someone bumps their chair. Some people have no awareness. You'd think civilization was ending one latte at a time. And then there's the opposite type, the unflappable one. Their order's wrong, their email crashes, the waiter spills soup directly onto their sleeve, and somehow they just smile and say, "Don't worry, I needed a dry clean reminder anyway." Number 6, the politeness of self-control. Ever sent a text you regretted 5 minutes later? Yeah, me too. Polite people have this built-in filter that whispers, "Wait. Wait before reacting, wait before posting, wait before venting." It's not repression, it's refinement, because nothing lowers status faster than emotional spillage. If something annoys me, I write it down in notes or the script. Then I come back an hour later. By then, the urgency has vanished, and what's left is perspective, which always sounds more elegant than rage. Number 7, choosing tone over words. It's honestly wild how two people can say the exact same thing and leave totally opposite impressions. Like, "Can you move your bag?" versus, "Would you mind if I sat here?" The meaning is identical, but one sounds like a command, and the other like consideration. Some folks have no idea what they actually sound like until they hear a recording, and suddenly realize their confident tone could double as a fire alarm. Not rude, just rushed, like every sentence is sprinting to the finish line. It's honestly the sound of modern life, politeness on fast forward. Authority isn't in the volume or the speed, It's in the ease. The louder someone tries to sound important, the less they usually are. Number 8. Noticing the invisible work. Number 9. Closing the circle. We've all seen it happen. You're mid-conversation, nodding along, when the other person suddenly spots someone more important across the room. Their eyes light up, their body turns halfway, and you can literally feel their attention exiting the chat. 5 seconds later, they've fully pivoted toward their new target. Boss, influencer, anyone shinier, and you're left talking to the side of their shoulder. No excuse me, no wrap-up, not even a polite smile. Just social ghosting in broad daylight. It's almost impressive how fast courtesy disappears when opportunity walks by. But here's the truth. That tiny habit quietly lowers status, because the people who can hold their ground, finish a thought, and then excuse themselves, look infinitely more composed. The elegant way, close the loop. A simple, "It's been great chatting, I'll let you catch up with them," keeps everyone's dignity intact. Number 10. The habit of assuming good intent. This one really changes everything. The driver who cuts you off might just be distracted. The cashier who forgets your change might be exhausted. The friend who cancels last minute might be overwhelmed. When you assume the best, or at least pause before assuming the worst, your whole energy shifts. People sense it. They feel safe around you, and honestly, safety in social dynamics is the most magnetic currency there is. Number 11. Making everyone feel like somebody. You can tell a lot about a person by how they treat the ones who don't matter. Some reserve their warmth for the CEO or the well-dressed guest. Everyone else just blends into the wallpaper. And then there are the rare few who make everyone feel seen. They'll notice the intern's new haircut, thank the code attendant by name, or ask the waiter how their evening's going. Not to perform, but because they're genuinely curious. It's never loud or overdone. Just small acknowledgments that quietly say, "You're part of this too." People remember that. In a world obsessed with status, the ones who give dignity freely always end up having the most. And that is the true power of these subtle habits. They effortlessly elevate how others perceive and respond to you, not because you are performing refinement, but because a genuine calm is your default state and a deep-seated respect is your native language. This isn't about memorizing a script. It's about embodying a presence that makes people feel valued, heard, and at ease in your company. When these courtesies become second nature, you stop managing your image and start radiating your character. Now, I'd love to turn this inward. Reflection is where insight transforms into integration. As you look back through these points, which of these polite habits do you recognize in yourself already? Perhaps you've always been someone who naturally assumes good intent, giving others the benefit of the doubt without a second thought. Or maybe you've mastered the art of the specific thank you, making people feel truly seen for their contributions, not just generically acknowledged. Take a moment to appreciate that strength in yourself. It's a quiet superpower that forms the foundation of meaningful connections. Conversely, which habit resonated with you as an area for gentle growth? Was it the idea of truly seeing people during a greeting, making a conscious effort to be fully present? Or perhaps the concept of closing the circle in conversations, ensuring you never leave someone feeling socially ghosted? Sometimes, the most powerful shifts begin with a single small awareness. Your personal experiences are what bring this discussion to life. I am genuinely curious to hear your stories in the comments below. Which of these nuances have you noticed in your own life or in others? How has a small act of grace impacted you? Your shared insights not only enrich our community, but also help others see the tangible, everyday impact of these choices. For those of you looking to cultivate an external environment that matches this internal refinement, I invite you to explore my Amazon storefront. I've carefully curated a collection of items, from timeless home essentials to pieces that inspire a poised and purposeful lifestyle, all chosen to help you build a world that reflects the calm and respect we've discussed. Thank you, as always, for your time and your thoughtful engagement. Continue to move through the world with purpose, grace, and the quiet confidence that comes from knowing truth.